and welcome to the Hiredgun podcast with your host, the Hiredgun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing, y'all? So, night one's in the book for WrestleMania. I thought about that coming on, but I should come on. I should take a whole weekend break to WrestleMania. I mean, this is my job to talk about wrestling. You know, talk about what happened night one. I'll be back on here tomorrow, like I said I was. But we talk about night one. So, you know, y'all hear me say all the time, like the new thing to do is to just complain or hate the product. Like, so night one was a good show. A good show. Was it the best show? No. No. Was it the worst show? No. Because it wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't. No. Am I gonna give it an A plus? No. Am I gonna give it an A? No. Am I gonna give it a B? Yeah. 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 A B. A B. So let's get into the things I didn't like about the show. And there's not that much. There's two things that I didn't like. The length of certain matches were not good. Like the women's world title match was 7 minutes. Okay, the Becky and AJ match was 9 minutes. Now, listen. I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these people who want to see every match get 15 to 20 minutes. That's not me. Okay, all right. Because if I'm gonna bitch about what AEW does with their matches, I can't bitch about. To a certain extent, I can't bitch about what happens with the E&A matches. But some of these matches should have been at least 10 minutes long. Now, thankfully, the Gunther and Seth match was 15 minutes. Could have been 20. Could have been 25. Yes. And even though some of that stuff was predictable, what was going to happen with the Gunther and the Seth, I knew Braun Breaker was coming out. Me and my homeboy Joshua said it. It was gonna happen. Now I thought it was gonna happen after the match, but they found a way to let it happen without it being a DQ. So in that match, and I've been thinking about it this weekend. Seth is probably number two, number two for me now. As in-ring wrestler, yeah, like it's him and Osprey. It's him and Osprey right now. Like, and I'm not a hater. Like that match was good because of Gunther and Seth. Not this Seth. I don't think Seth carried that match at all. I think both of them went out there and they went to war. Alright? And they stole the show. Best match on the card. Best match of the whole fucking week. Like the whole week. Not some. Not no, the whole week. Best match of the whole week. I don't think nothing's gonna top that tonight. I don't, and I can come in and say I was wrong, but there's nothing on that card that's on top that match. Now, uh, but the length of matches were not my cup of tea. Some matches didn't go longer than they should have, in my opinion. And some would say this is why Triple H only has like 4 or 5 matches, so all these matches can get the time they need. You know, but like I feel that way because of the fact that you worked this hard to get on this card to show people why you on this card, right? So, um, some people complain about the women's tag team title, and who won. The Bellas was gonna win regardless, whether it was Paige or Nikki. Now, some people say that the surprise got ruined. Listen, stay off the fucking net. I knew Paige was gonna be there since Friday, right? And like Nikki was wearing a boot the whole weekend, right? She's been wearing the boot, right? And like when they announced that Nikki wasn't going to get cleared, right? And Paige was going to replace her, like Paige and the Bella Twins act like that wasn't going to happen. I mean, they didn't bring it up. Paige was in Paige was in Vegas. She was right. So we're not even gonna. She was there, but she was at WrestleCon, right? And then all of a sudden yesterday, whatever she had planned for WrestleCon got canceled, right? Right. And then when it was time, Nikki Bella came out on the crutch and in the walking boot, right? And we knew then, But I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it was ruined. It was ruined Friday. No, no. Listen, if you have, if you are on a dirt sheet, or if you are in a wrestling group, all right, or a wrestling chat, all right, and you on your phone 24/7, all right, you asking to get spoiled. You're asking to get spoiled, plain and simple. Now, what I don't the other thing I don't like about this card about this WrestleMania or night one was the card itself. Like, uh, somebody said it that they didn't try to mix things up um, with the cards. Like every better match besides the Seth and Gunther match. Besides that match, every other match that to be good is on the night two match. Right, right. So that's my gripe with that. But then again, listen. Like night two is always gonna be better than night one on paper. On paper, you know. But I'm gonna give it a 7. The grade's a B, maybe a B minus, but a 7. I can't go no lower and I can't go no higher on that. Now the main event. Listen. Now, some people might say that this card was predictable, right? Even even if I said that, I still got two matches wrong. Cause I thought Orton was winning, right? And I thought I got Bailey and uh, her tag team partner was winning, right? Right. So I still got two things wrong because I didn't think Nikki Bella was winning. I didn't, even though I heard it. I didn't think they was winning. Even when they switched up the tag team partners, and now some people bitch about Paige winning the title. Some people would say, "Oh, she's too skinny." Paige has been skinny, right? And we need to be more happy about they didn't make her world champion, females world champion, right? Because you know who did that? AEW did that. For a feel good story, AEW did that, and she was champ for like 2 months. Okay, right? So be happy that didn't happen. Okay, and it was just tag team titles. Okay, alright. I'm just happy Bailey was on the fucking card, and they didn't do some fuckery like that, like this shit. But they did it last. I mean, they did it this year with Carmelo and Io. To both and Oscar, they should be on this card. Card would have been better. Now, the main event. Now, I think the right person won, but, but, like, like, I thought Orton was gonna win because I thought we was gonna get more fuckery with Pat. Now, what it looks like happened is the E said, "Fuck this," and we finna eliminate Pat from the situation and do a do over. Now, the do over probably ain't finna happen because Cody got hurt last night. Like whatever they had planned for him to do today at the pay per view or at WrestleCon, none of that's happening. At Worlds, none of that's happening. Everything's been pulled from him because he fucked up his eye. Like that thing was closed shut last night. Like people say it's from the punt, or some people say it's not from the punt. Some people say it's from um, before that. Right? Some people say he's gonna be a concussive reporter. I think Cody's dropping the belt uh, Friday or Monday. Right? Like they have a pay per view in 2 weeks in Tampa. Right? Cody ain't showing up for that. That's not happening. Whatever they had planned before that, that's not happening. Nope, nope, not gonna happen. All right. Right? Like Cody eye was, and like he's gonna have surgery on his eye. Okay, right? Like there's no way around that. But again, I enjoyed night one. I did. It was a pretty good show to me. To me, I know people. You know, this is when you say people were spoiled. Though. Spoiled. I'm gonna get back to this main event though. Right, and I go back to my feelings on the true heels of the industry. All right, but like once they cut Pat out of the situation, we had a 20-minute main event, and they won that. Now, you know, some people don't like the fact that that you didn't know who to root for. That's horse shit. We knew that Orton was gonna get cheered no matter what he did. Okay, we knew he was gonna get cheered no matter what he did last night, or doing not even last night. Just hold the net the full 2 months of this feud, right? Orton was gonna get cheered regardless. This is why they didn't do it sooner. Okay, all right, because Orton's gonna get cheered. Like Orton could have burned Cody alive last night, right? And the audience would have said either one more time or or cheered no matter what. Like that was gonna happen regardless. His fans are the true heels. They're like Cody's hurt, and then when you say that, I look on the internet or Facebook or anywhere else, there's people laughing about it. What sick fuck is it happy that Cody got hurt? Now he's probably from the drop the belt. Nah. I even though I know what's gonna happen when it happens, like like I'm telling you now, like when he drops the belt and there's no one to take his place for it, right? Or is ready to take his place. The first thing they're gonna say is, "Oh, this is Triple H's fault for not building stars." or having a plan B, because Triple H already told you there's no plan B for if Cody's gone. There's no backup plan. Just like if Cena got hurt, there's no fucking backup plan. Back in the day, it's like when Roman got hurt, there was no backup plan. You can't back up a plan to your number one guy in the company. Now, you can have the guy getting ready for that position, but if he's not there right now or ready for that position right now, like you can't do it. Because then there's fear of fucking that situation up and fucking that person up because he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that spot yet. So like, but we finna see. We finna because again, I don't think Cody's holding that belt. I think he's finna drop the belt on Friday. Cause he's gonna have to have surgery on his eye, right? That's how good was closed shut last night. All right, closed shut. And maybe he doesn't need surgery, and he got to take some time off to heal. One of these is gonna happen. But his eye was closed shut last night. All right. I like this main event. I did because they got rid of Pat, and Pat said if they lost, if Randy Orton lost, he's done. Now they can always say that Pat lied, and that's not the case. All right, instead have him be around, which which probably is gonna happen. Right, but in Pat's own words, if Randy Orton loses, that Pat will be done with wrestling. We'll see. We'll see Friday or tonight. I don't know. But people are calling the show mid, trash, and that's not the case. That's not the case. Not one bit whatsoever. Um, I just think certain matches need more time. I would say that like I would say some matches need more time to build. Or not build. It needed more time in a match to tell a story. You know, hopefully they fix these problems in night two. You know, but like I said, the best match on the card last night was Seth versus Gunther, and it wasn't close. Best match on the card, best match of the week. Like nothing was beating that last night. All right, and I'm looking forward to that match. You know, um, I like the Drew McIntyre versus uh Jacob Fatu. All right, that was a good match, and some people say it was safe, and I mean, was it a non-sanctioned match? No, it was a regular typical DQ match. That's what it was, but it was a good match. It was. I knew Drew was losing. That I know. The Usos and LA Knight versus ISO Speed and Austin Theory and Logan Paul. We knew what that match was about, right? like we knew what that match was about, and it did its job. Right? It was to get ISO Speed over and let him have his moment. Right? Right? And that was it. And it wasn't a bad match. You know, like I can't knock the E for wanting to have a moment with ISO Speed. Anything he's done, he's not that out of the park. You know, again, this wasn't the best WrestleMania Night One. It wasn't the worst. I just think, as fans, we are spoiled. Very, very spoiled. To the point we always want more. Right? And we always thinking that like there's more to this match, there's more to the story. Right? Because, at one point we got The Rock, another point we got Stone Cold, another point we got Taker, another point we got uh, this is a surprise, surprise, surprise. Now, we don't get that, and people mad, or feel gypped, or feel like it wasn't enough. Right? Right? So night two is tonight. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. Um, like I said, I was coming on here talk about night one. I'm ready for night two. Um, but I'm just gonna end the show with that. Make sure you got like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Wait, make sure y'all watch WrestleMania tonight. Make sure y'all watch E-Feds, New Breed. This is the Hiredgun podcast with your host, the Hiredgun. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.